Okay, here we go. This is video 99 of the production line developer blogs. Done 99 videos about the making of this game, which is a lot, right? I mean, by any standards. I know like YouTubers do like 2 or 3 videos a day or whatever, but I'm also making the game. Yeah, we've covered quite a lot of stuff. I was thinking that all I was going to talk about was basically the release of the game, which is coming up very, very, very soon, and the fact that our 100th video would be after that, and to talk about releasing in early access. And then I was looking, it's been like 2 weeks since we did a video, and actually loads of stuff's happened. I've actually put in loads of stuff. It's small stuff, but it kind of matters. So I'm just going to load up a game and show you some things that have gone in. Oh, hang on, I have a horrible feeling this is in debug build. Oh no! Behold, this is debug build is slow. Now, a really professional game developer at this point would, restart the video, but I really need a coffee, and I agreed we'd have coffee once I'd recorded this video. So nothing is gonna make me redo it again. Yeah, look, we're gonna release the game. Okay, this is currently build 1.68, but it's not quite finished. 1.68 is going to be the oh man, no, oh hang on, I've hit the keyboard. Build 1.68 is currently on the unstable branch on Steam. I'm going to add to it over the next few days. My plan is by Friday that it's basically completely and utterly finished, and then it is just balancing and any bug fixing. So there may be another little update before then, and then that is the final version, and that is the version that we will release. I don't like the fact that there's a black screen here, so I'll probably put something interesting like pictures of kittens playing or something behind it. The trouble is anything you put in will just be like, copyright flagged, won't it? It's a real problem. It's a real problem. Anyway, come on, build faster, you stupid PC. I have found actually that since switching to 64-bit, not compile times, but like linking times seems to have gone up. I don't know why that is, but it's extremely annoying. Anyway, there we go. Right, boom, run. You would have thought that version 99 in the video would be slick, but no. Look, let's load this in release build, which is probably 10 times the speed. Okay, so right now I'm going to go through all of the cool stuff that has gone in recently, including stuff that went in about an hour ago, so it's probably full of bugs. So what happened? What did I do? Yeah, electric motors are now a thing that you can build, which never used to be the case. We've got new slots, new machines, new animations. So this here makes an electric powertrain. At the moment, all it will make is an electric powertrain. It will not make the high performance or super high performance ones. I'm going to do that this week. So it will have extra upgrades in here. So obviously this takes in electric motors and transmission and engine control unit, and it gives you an electric powertrain. Completely new slot that you have to research. And here, looky here, this is how you make electric motors with these new cool spinny things. Making things that are generally called stators, but the terminology changes for everyone. So basically we take in magnets and copper, which are 2 new resources which you unlock when you unlock the capability to do this. And obviously this is very real life. This is exactly how copper gets delivered, and these huge sofa-sized magnets are exactly what gets put into cars, in case you're interested. That was sarcasm. Yeah, this is a new thing. You can make the electric motors, and you can put the electric motors together with everything else, and you can make an electric powertrain. Because we were being a bit biased there that you could make ICE, internal combustion engine powertrains, and not electric, when obviously if you look at the current car industry and stuff that's going on, which I follow a lot, I am very on message with my Tesla branded can't tell left from right t-shirt. Making your own electric powertrain is very much an important thing. So that is now in the game, and that's great. And I love the little spinny things. Let's speed it up. I spent a lot of time getting that to work properly, and I'm very pleased with it. So we put that in, blah blah blah. There was a few fixes. You weren't able to move supply stockpiles until recently, whereas you can. Not only can you move a supply stockpile, but it remembers all of this stuff, and it also remembers these settings as well, which it never used to. That's a fix. That's gone in. Thank you to I can't remember who reported that, but thank you. Blah blah blah. Yeah, a lot of stuff that was wrong where it's really hard to explain. You see this forklift truck here, and you see this little like fence thing here. It used to be that occasionally at certain angles in situations like that, you'd see the forklift truck through the fence. It was like in front of something where it should have been behind it. That's fixed. It turned out to be quite an easy fix, and it's been in the game for almost 3 years, that bug. But it was annoyed me, but it didn't affect playing the game in any respects, so it was low priority. But that sort of stuff is now fixed. I'm very pleased. We changed a load of icons. If you go here and look in stuff like this, where you see like make exhaust, make radiator, make powertrain, they now have specific icons. They don't just reuse this same like metal press thing. And that's the case on here as well. If you go into processes and you look at the making of stuff, I did new icons for all of this. Took forever to get them all looking consistent and nice and everything. So we've got a bunch of new icons, and hopefully that makes a lot more sense. So we did that. We got a completely new German translation, and a lot of other translation stuff was fixed. So if you've thought that the quality of some of our translations on some of the early languages that were done, like French, Italian, German, a lot of it has been redone, and it should be better. This is all in the last 2 weeks. There is a new thing. If you go here and you look at brand awareness, which is 43% at the moment, most of that is because I'm running these campaigns. One of these is a modded campaign, by the way. It's a Steam Workshop thing. It's not in the game. But you also now get a slight extra boost to brand awareness if you sell a lot of cars. It just happens without you running any marketing. This is to replicate what someone pointed out is kind of like the Tesla effect, in that they're not doing branded marketing, but as more and more cars by that manufacturer get sold and they get seen everywhere, there is a word of mouth thing, and also oh, what car's that thing, that we were not representing in the game. So it is now a strategy to go, you know what, we're just going to make and sell a lot of these cars at a very low margin, and that will get us brand awareness, and it will pull in more people to look at our cars. So that's in. Oh, there's a thing to do with moving stuff. Let me find something non-important that I can move. So here we are making sensors, and as you know, we can now move slots and we can turn them around. If I now cancel it with a right click, it will go back to where it was. That never used to be the case, and it also remembers all its settings and upgrades and import settings and everything, which was a load of hassle. Anyway, that's done. That brings us completely up to date. Oh no, apart from 2 things. This is cool. You'll like this. Not a lot. You will like this. Fit lights. So here we've got a supply stockpile, which at one point I've set up to kind of like keep track of the lights. Yeah. So the way you do that is you go, oh yeah, whatever. You go copy from slot, and then you select fit lights. Where's lights? Boom. Now what it does now is you'll see in brackets it's got fit lights. It's now linked to the task fit lights permanently. If I change anything on here, I think you can change these, but if I was to like remove that or whatever, it would lose its connection. Now, if it does have a connection, we'll get a copy from slot fit lights. If it is connected like this, and it will be persistent through save games and everything, if the requirements for that slot change, it will automatically update. So, for example, if we hadn't researched LED xenon or directional lights at all, and we linked this to fit lights, all of these would have got rejigged and reassigned automatically without the player having to do anything as those things got researched. I think that's really cool. because it's easy to forget that. You have this thing on that's supplying this, you research a new light thing, and then you get like insufficient resources because the stockpile hasn't been updated. It was just some sort of mindless clicking that the player had to do and keep an eye on that now you don't have to do, so that's done. This is all cool stuff, and now we go to the bit that's bound to go wrong and break. You know, you can put down blueprints, right? So you can put down fit body and, you know, fit chassis and blah blah blah, and then you can buy them all, and that's blueprint mode. By the way, you can now toggle into and out of blueprint mode with the B key. It's kind of cool, especially if you're looking for something and you're thinking, where is it? And then you get all of the text. So that's quite handy, isn't it? So yeah, you can put down blueprints. You've always been able to. You can now do that with conveyors as well. So you can do this. And you can even do crossroads. And then when you go in and you go buy blueprints, oh my god, it worked. It all works, including the crossroads and the right costs and everything. And you can still do that with an individual little thing. So for example, when that's there, you can just go buy it. And let me just prove it works with delete. Please work, because everything has worked so far. Delete, yeah, and let me just check it works with the right click thing. Yeah, it does. Wow, a full set. Right, so that's cool, right? That's a new thing. How far are we through the video? Oh my god. So that's all gone in the last 2 weeks because I am mad and very hard working. So what's coming up? We're going to ship the game. We are going to ship the game. The game is currently $24.99, or to translate that into your currency, a bargain. And we are going to release it out of early access, so it will then be released. When are we going to do that? I have a date in my calendar here that says 7th of March, which is a week on Thursday. So that's when we're going to do it. Now, I want to talk very briefly about this, about how to deal with that. We've got a new trailer coming, by the way, that's got like an actor in it playing the part of a very clearly German factory manager, which is just excellent. Oh my god, we're running out of money. Oh my god, oh my god. Hold on, we are vastly overpricing these. We're going to have to sell them at a crazy discount to recover. That was actually quite stressful. Anyway. So yeah, we're going out of early access and releasing the game. This is quite stressful for indie devs because gamers can be very aggressive and in many cases unreasonable about this. If this game had never been in early access and right now I released it and went, da-da, what do you think? I think most people would think it was pretty good. They'd like it. They'd say there's a lot in it. You know, maybe you don't like it, but whatever. They'd say, yeah, it's pretty cool as a release game. The problem is when you do a game in early access, you are absolutely swamped with people saying you should add this, you should add that, and you can't add everything. You just can't, especially if you're like a lone programmer like me. And it's a fairly niche game, like running a car factory, so I can't work on this game forever because it just doesn't make any economic sense to do it. But also, I've done this a lot. I've spent a lot of time looking at conveyor belts and debugging conveyor belts, and I do need a bit of a break from it, to be honest. My company, Positech, is doing another game called Democracy 4, but I'm not the programmer on that. That's not the reason, although that will take up a bit more of my time as we get closer to like showing that to people. And I think it's right and fair that the game is released now into early access. I know I will get grief from some people being annoyed at it, but I think we've run a good early access period for it. It's gone on for years. We've put in a lot of stuff. We've listened to a lot of feedback. We've changed a lot of things, and we have very closely followed the priorities of what the majority of players of the game have asked to be put in. So I think it's been a worthy early access. I think people that bought it early are generally glad that they did, especially if you bought it cheaper. And the last thing I want to say is that just because it goes into early access doesn't mean that the game is then abandoned immediately. I have some ideas for stuff I'd like to do as an expansion. Hopefully the game sells okay and we can sort of justify getting more artwork and stuff like that done for it. I'd like to know what people think. You know, do you think that this is the right time for releasing the game? I'm interested to know. I'm pretty committed to it, but I'm interested to know anyway. And would you like expansions for this game? Would you like buy extra content for this game? And what would it be? And how much would you pay? Blah blah blah. Another question that sometimes comes up, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, is about a Mac version. Doing a Mac version, or also doing the game in like Russian or Chinese. Russian or Chinese requires Unicode, and it's a whole world of pain. We did this for Democracy 3, and it was a nightmarish. Because we've done it, theoretically we could retrofit that into this game, but it would be very hard work. I would love to have a Russian version of this game and a Chinese version of this game. So I don't know, maybe at some point in the future. I'm quite down on Mac at the moment. I understand how frustrating it is if you're a Mac player, but they're not making it easy to be a developer. Some of the hassle that you have to go through to continue to be an OS X developer, and we just got a load new emails about a load of login nonsense that is really off-putting and really doesn't endear them to developers. I have no immediate plans to make a Mac version of this game. That doesn't mean there might not be one at some future point, but if you don't buy this game, if you only have a Mac and you refuse for some reason to install Wine, it's a DirectX 9 game, so you can run it under Wine, and apparently it runs fine. It makes no economic sense for us to do a Linux port. I mean, it would do if we'd done the game in Unity, but if we'd done the game in Unity, it'd probably run at about 6 frames a second, given the style of the game and the scale of the game. Anyway, so that's all the kind of like businessy stuff. The next video we do will be after release, and it will be video 100. Don't have enough fingers. I would love a cake with 100 written on it and candles, but like there's not a big market for that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get very drunk and do the video. I don't know. Let me know what crazy ideas you have to celebrate the release of this game and the 100th video. If we ever do any DLC or updates, we'll do extra videos for them, so it won't be the complete end of them. Anyway, thank you to everyone who has supported the game in early access. You are wonderful people. Thank you for all your feedback and all of your suggestions and ideas, and for putting up with the bugs when there were bugs and stuff like that. This is Production Line by Positech Games. It's coming out really soon. I would say please like this video and subscribe and everything. Subscribe anyway. We'll probably do other things. Subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you for the 100th video. Goodbye.